Hello, everyone. Thank you for all coming here today. We're very lucky, I think, to have you all here and for the next 3 days. And I think we have many talks and many debates ahead of us. 3 days, and I've calculated around 30 hours. So we can even say it's a kind of thinkathon that we have ahead of us, you know, like a hackathon or a marathon, you know, we can say it's a thinkathon we have ahead of us. And I think it's a delight. And we're especially happy to have Bernard Stiegler, Antoinette Rouvroy, who will come in about half an hour, 1 hour, Cornelius Bork, who's here, Francesco Vitale, who I haven't met, yeah, nice to meet you, and Maurizio Lazzato, who will be coming later on today after lunch. So I want to welcome you all today to this thinkathon, and especially students and those who do not know very much about Bernard Stiegler's work. And I think we especially welcome your questions and first encounters with his philosophy. And I think really want everyone who do not know very much about Bernard Stiegler's work or about general organology to ask questions. And I think it's very important to us about this. I would like to thank very briefly those who made this conference possible. Of course, first and foremost, the collective, Neurotechnics Collective. So Alexander Wilson, who is here, Anais Noni, I cannot see, yes, here. Then there's Paolo Vignola, okay, and Paul Villemark, exactly, and myself, Benoit Dillet. We've worked on this project for over a year and a half, and we will talk tomorrow about the Neurotechnics Collective and how we conceive it, what is neurotechnics, first as a notion, and what we're trying to do. And this is not only, it's not a single event. I mean, we're planning to also hopefully organize other things in the future. I also want to thank my own department, the School of Politics and International Relations, for making this conference possible. Ian Mackenzie, first and foremost, and Maria Dracopoulou from Kent Law School, but also Charles de Velen, who helped at some stage, Rob Chapman, who has been amazing and made everything happen. So really, it wasn't us; it was mostly him. He's not here, but he helped us a lot. We also want to thank Edinburgh University Press for their help. We also would like to thank Polity Press for helping us as well as the University of Leeds and John Mowat for their contribution. As you know, this conference is partly to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the publication of Techniques and Time, Volume 1, The Thought of Epimetheus. And Bernard Stiegler has started working on many of the ideas that form Techniques and Time, Volume 1 and 2, the decade preceding those. And I think that's very interesting. But also another work was started around the same time, which has never been fully developed in its final version. The necessary defaults, le défaut qu'il faut. Let me have the pleasure to be the first one to quote Bernard Stiegler from 2001 in Techniques and Time 3, The Time of Cinema, when he talks about this necessary default. He says, "Some work remained to be done in order to lead to what constitute the initial and the ultimate motive of the whole enterprise. For the very first version of what should be the last volume of Techniques and Time was written 20 years ago." In 2001, he said this. "And constituted henceforth the initial aim, which has never left me since, and one may consider everything preceding it, including the present work, and an introductory discourse to the necessary defaults, defections, and failures to appear, au défaut qu'il faut à ce qui fait défaut." General organology happens to be both the larger project of Stiegler's philosophy as well as the political inscribing of his work. Bernard Stiegler once defined general organology as a protocol. That is, according to the Oxford English dictionary, a protocol is a set of rules, I quote, a set of rules governing the exchange and transmission of data between devices. What a good definition it is. It suits the debates and the talks that we have ahead of us. I don't want to hold the floor for any longer, and I want to simply open the floor and this conference with the performativity of my words, just as the judge proclaims the session to be open. General organology is the larger project in which pharmacology, together with critique, functions as the methodological device to diagnose the toxicity and curability of the pharmaca. General organology is always already political, since it proposes to rethink the relations between biological organs, technical organs, and social organizations, and their co-individuation in the socius. General organology draws from the original practice of organology in musicology, which is the study of the history of musical objects, in musical instruments, their practices and their social roles in all civilizations and historical periods. Yet, general organology is not limited to the study of musical instruments, but it takes into account all technical instruments and the effects on biological and social organs. The internet is today the most complex pharmacon due to the increasing part that it takes in our life, and we'll talk more about algorithm, especially to be more specific than just the internet. Especially in the last 6-7 years with smartphones and tablets, as you know. And it should be the subject of a pharmacology that maps out the short circuits it creates, as well as the long circuits of transindividuation it produces and its assemblages with other pharmaca. General organology, in this sense, is a politics of pretensions, projecting new assemblages and practices of transindividuations to come.